Falcons. At power forward number 14, Jan Colina. Shooting forward number 19, Janice Losada. Center number 16, Mike Calinato. Off guard number 9, Will Stinnett. And at point guard number 5, Lester Alvarez. Head coach of the Falcons, Leo Austria. And now, starting for the defending back-to-back senior champions, the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. At forward number 13, Ryan Buenafe. Power forward number 21, Frank Golia. Center number 18, Justin Chua.
If you take a look at the starting five of Adamson, it is surprising that the leading scorer, Alex Nunez, gets to come off the bench today. For Ateneo, it's their most solid starting five, as both teams seek to get number 2 in the standings, which of course is that comes along with a twice-to-beat advantage once you enter the Final Four.
Which we know is golden in the UAP, but not an assurance. It's not a sure ball, because we've seen teams below the 3rd and 4th slot beat their counterparts in the Final Four back-to-back.
FEU last year was torn down by UE.
By UE, just last year alone.
Ateneo will try to bounce back after losing to University of the East, while of course riding a crest of confidence is Adamson after taking out UP in their last game. Early whistle by the officials.
Got an odd whistle here, and I say odd because the refs aren't even calling anything yet. They're just talking it over. They halted play. We're in. Oh, looks like we've got a mix-up in terms of what basket they're shooting at.
So Adamson got
Should have
the
been
side of
shooting
the
at the
court
other
wrong.
side,
They should be on the other side offensively. As you take a look at Coach Norman Black.
In the first half, you shoot opposite your bench. So what's going to happen here? They're just going to let it be. They're going to consult with the commissioners.
That's got to be a
there's a boo-boo by the refs, clearly, that they allowed the teams
to go that long.
I mean, I didn't see if the refs said, okay, center A, you go here, center B, you go here for the jump ball. I think it could be the mistake of the centers of where they lined up and where the teams lined up.
Well, Galinato was facing.
So they're gonna, you know what? It's like editing a photo. They're gonna flip it. It's still Adamson ball. They're gonna inbound on the other side. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it's just like nothing happened.
Shot clock 5 seconds.
Erase the last 20 seconds of action. That's basically it.
How odd is that? But you know, going back to that first set that you saw Adamson call their first play, they went to Stinnett at the post. It looks like Coach Leo wants to right away attack the defense of Ryan Buenafe, who amongst the 5 on the floor of Ateneo is probably the weakest defender.
Well, of course, speaking of defenders, Stinnett, a solid one, is guarding Salamat. They take the ball away from Ateneo. Stinnett, not the best finisher on the break, loses it out of bounds, and it goes to Ateneo.
Good defense by Kirk Long, not fouling Stinnett, who was wobbling the ball all the way up court after he got that steal.
Long is picked up by Alvarez. Definite mismatch right there. Let's see if Long can capitalize on it. Maybe on the post. Stinnett is on Salamat. Chua with an open look, struggling to put it in.
Missed a gimme right there. Perfect setup already by Alex Salamat.
Let's go listen in to Job De Leon.
Even though the Falcons have been flying high as of late, Coach Leo makes it a point to keep the Falcons grounded. Now, before the game, they did an extensive review of Ateneo's offensive playbook, something which they do for all the teams, but spent more time on for this particular matchup. He told them that in this season, there are no assurances and that it's up to them to work for that Final Four spot. Now, he wants the team to play aggressively and decisively, telling them that bad decisions are only bad in hindsight. Help kung help, double kung double. We can always talk later, he said, but if you're on the floor, panindigan nyo ang mga gawa nyo. Eric and TJ?
All right, thanks, Joe, for that Samson courtside update. Turn on tomorrow. Coach Leo Austria, a lot of things at stake here today. Not just number 2 as Lozada takes it away from Buenafe and goes all the way.
Second steal already by Adamson. Second turnover forced by Adamson on Ateneo to start this game.
First field goal of either team in 2 minutes of play here in the first quarter. Salamat open after that pick by Lawyer. Brings it.
Bad read there by the screen by his defender. Stinet and Salamat had a lot of tongue to show Stinet after he drilled that three. Got to be careful on the taunting rule there.
Stinet nowhere to go. Man-to-man defense by Ateneo here. Galinato inside. Lozada pretty active offensively today.
Nice movement without the ball there by Adamson. This is one of the reasons why they are at 8-3 right now, tied for second place in the UAP. They're very disciplined in offense, and they space things out very well.
Lozada coming off an 11-point game against UP as Salamat gets hacked. Going to the basket. Here's that steal, clear man precision stop, clear anti-dandruff campus, high precision stop of the game by Lozada, leading to our Corneto fast break. Sarap ng fast break na yun, parang Selecta Corneto. Sarap ng 20. Salamat at the line, leading scorer of Ateneo, averaging 11 a game. And also one of their best free throw shooters. As I say that, he misses the first 74.5% at the line.
We're so good at this. You know, us sportscasters are born to jinx free throw shooters.
Playing in his final year for Ateneo is Salamat as we listen in to Jessica Mendoza.
In the dugout earlier, Eric, the song Got Your Back by T.I. and Carrie Hilson was playing, and I found that kind of ironic because that's exactly what Coach Norman Black told me the boys needed to do to win today. They gotta have each other's backs. He pointed out that there needs to be more ball movement on offense and better cooperation to protect the paint on defense. He told me Adamson likes to post up both their big men and their guards, so we need good interior defense today. He added that playing as a team is what they lacked when they went up against UP, and that's a mistake the Blue Eagles can't afford to make twice in a row. Eric and TJ?
Thank you, Jessica. Samsung Courtside Update, turn on tomorrow. Basically the same advice that Leo Austria gave his boys. Coach Norman Black, get each other's backs.
Exactly.
Defensively against Adamson today. Salamat, another three on the way. That short Golia babying the pickup. And also the hook shot. We're tied at 4 apiece. First deadlock of the game. Alvarez, 0 out of 1 from beyond the arc. Colina gets inside and is fouled.
Not easy to do driving in traffic and still finding a lane to find that drop-off pass.
Three-point shot here by Salamat. Brought to you by Mentos Rainbow because it's better to know what's coming next. Salamat with 4 points in the game. PS Bank maasahan assist by Galinato. Sobrang bilis na, may prime rebate pa PS Bank home loan. Good look by the big man finding Janus Lozada underneath the basket for that easy 2. Four points for Lozada. Colina looking for his first points of the game. For 2 for the veteran Jan Colina, playing in his 4th year for the Soaring Falcons. Buenafe, first attempt from the outside is good.
And that's the second time already today that Ateneo's been able to execute a nice screen on the weak side with the shooter coming out, getting a wide open shot. Earlier it was Eric Salamat. This time it's Ryan Buenafe from mid-range.
First basket for Buenafe. Alvarez, second attempt from beyond the arc. 0 for 2 from downtown is Lester Alvarez. Long is pushing it, 2-on-2. Kirk
Wow,
yes.
look at that. Look at that. He used to be known for his hesitation offensively, whether it's taking it to the basket or taking the outside shot, but don't look now. Now you got the most aggressive Kirk Long you've seen in your life.
PS Bank maasahan assist to Buenafe. Sobrang bilis na, may prime rebate pa. 5:38 remaining in the first quarter. Both teams at 8-3. Just second behind Far Eastern University Tamaraos, who surprisingly lost to LaSalle yesterday. Alvarez, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Not anymore. 1 out of 3 for Lester Alvarez.
So far, it's been the guards showing the way for both teams. Alvarez drilling his first outside shot, and for Ateneo, the scoring has come from Long, Salamat, and Buenafe.
Adamson within 1 here. Long looking to attack the defense of Alvarez.
Wow.
Gets it.
Oh, man. You know, he's actually deceivingly athletic.
Deceivingly athletic.
I'd say that because he's just known for his defense for the last few years. But if you look at him, the way his body is built, he's actually very quick for his size. He's longer than he actually, he plays longer than his height. He's about, what, 6'1", 6'2", but he plays bigger than that.
Alvarez missing on his 4th attempt from beyond the arc. 9.2 points a game is Kirk Long. Halfway to go here in the first quarter. Salamat against Alvarez. Buenafe picked up by Stinet.
Hand check call there on Stinet. That's very strict on that one.
3-point shot by Alvarez. Brought to you by Mentos Rainbow, because it's better to know what's coming next. And here's our Powerade hyperplay of the quarter. Get back on defense, push the ball on offense, step up your game with Powerade. Also getting a hit on the forehead was Kirk Long there as he finished. 4 points already for Long. Galinato sits down and Lionel Maniara checks in.
Also Nuiles and Camson come in
as well. Oh, open look for Kirk Long as Alvarez gambled for the steal there.
Bad defense there. Second time around, you've seen an Adamson defender gamble for a steal and giving an open shot to an Atenean. And I know that's something that Coach Leo does not like. He doesn't like gambling on steals. He'd rather his men play straight up, honest man-to-man defense.
Thompson fouled on the forearm by Golia. 6 points already for Kirk Long. Here's our Solmux Instacool play, high performance of the quarter. Solmux two-tap with Instacool cough relief. Such a disadvantage for Alvarez to pick up Long defensively.
To begin with, it's a problem already in height, but all the more make it worse by gambling from stealing it, or gambling it by stealing from behind. Might as well step in front, give him a harder time to shoot over your head.
Perfect from the field is Kirk Long, as you see Eric Thompson, the sophomore, knocking his first of 2. Leo Austria never won against Ateneo in his UAAP career. That's going to be a milestone today if they do take down the Blue Eagles. Great numbers for Thompson, 10.8 points a game, 7 rebounds a game. 1 for 2 for Thompson at the line. And Ateneo on top by 4, 12-8. Under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Mañara trying to take it away from Chua. Long against Alvarez again. 6 on the shot clock. Salva to Salaman. Chua, that's short.
That time around, better defense by Adamson, not gambling in the steals, just staying home with their men, challenging the shot.
KFC Snack Box hardcore fan of the game. Vote for your school, win 3 days of free KFC. They go down to Camson again against Salva. Camson spots up, too strong. That's been the specialty of Eric Camson this season.
Yep, he's been good at that, but at a particular range. I don't think
that was a little too far.
Out. Yeah.
Good drop pass by Salamat. Salva could not finish. Still a 4-point lead here for
still no inside
Ateneo.
points for Ateneo, coming from big men. Their only inside point came from Long earlier.
Alvarez going inside, 2, yes.
Well, it's been a story of whether you gamble on defense and you get burned on offense. That time around, it was Salamat who gambled on a steal again on Alvarez, and he made him pay.
Averaging 8.3 points a game. Has yet to see action today as we return to the main event of your Sunday Showdown. Salva cutting across the lane, missing on that layup. 0 for 2 for Nico Salva so far in the game.
And still no inside points for Ateneo from a big man.
That's true.
That's an indication also of how tough the interior defense is of the bigs of Adamson.
Well, you got Mañara, Camson inside there, so that's going to be tough. Alvarez, speaking of tough move against one of the best defenders of Ateneo in Kirk Long. Can't get it to fall. Go ahead pass to Long. No numbers for Ateneo. They didn't see Escueta inside.
How could you miss him? They call him Jumbo for a reason, because he's big.
Salamat. Salva again. That's short. Salva struggling today, 0 for 3 from the field.
I really wonder if it's gotten to his head right now, Eric. I mean, the finger might be feeling fine, but sometimes you might be, worried about it psychologically.
Well, here it is.
There you go.
Salva finally getting over the hump.
First basket of Nico Salva since that Nassau game. I remember he was scoreless against UE. 0 out of 6 from the floor.
Salva averaging 9.5 points a game. First bucket for him. That's going to be a relief for Ateneo. Catch and shoot on the 3. Lozada for the putback. Buenafe fighting for the loose ball. Buenafe in his third year for Ateneo. Under a minute remaining in the first quarter, they go to Salva underneath. Salva can't back down Kamson.
Nice
Escueta
pass.
loses the leather. But here comes Buenafe, who
Got a
gets
foul
pushed
there.
by Kamson.
Bad decision there by, who was that? Was it
Kamson.
Doiles who tried to, no, it was Lozado who tried to dribble it away.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing the pass ahead because he had two open guys ahead of him.
Our rebound brought to you by Magnolia Pure Fresh Low Fat Milk. Drink your Magnolia milk. PS Bank strong power move. Sobrang bilis na may prime rebate pa. PS Bank Home Loan. Salva coming alive finally after the first 3 misses from the field. Baseline inbound for Ateneo. They're up by 4, 14-10. Salva spots up. Nuiles sky high for the
And
rebound.
I'm looking closely at Escueta. That's the third time around that he's had an opportunity to take a shot, but he's hesitated. He should not hesitate. If he's got an open look in his range, he should take it. Speaking about range, speaking
I don't know about
range,
that.
well, we've seen him hit one before.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how long ago that was. And Coach Leo doesn't quite like that. He's not a big fan of Manyara's dreams of being an outside shooter.
Timeout from Samsung. Turn on tomorrow. Actually, that was an instant replay brought to you by Samsung. Turn on tomorrow. As we keep it on the air with you, Montfort is on the floor for the first time. Picked up by Cañada, who's seeing action as well for the first time today. Ateneo looking for the final shot here. 4 seconds. Great pass by De La Cruz to Salva. Back-to-back baskets for Nico Salva as Ateneo pushes that lead to 6 to end the first quarter.
Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Cañada against Montfort. De La Cruz misses. First attempt for Art De La Cruz Jr. from the field.
And you can see Ateneo now focusing more of their shots inside the paint, trying to set up their big men from cuts.
Cabrera coming off a 13-point ball game, misses on the catch and shoot.
Well, if Kirk Long is known for his hesitation, Cabrera is not. Hesitation, as I said in the last game, is not in Cabrera's vocabulary.
Would we be amiss to call him trigger happy?
Oh, no.
Escueta against Manyara as we listen in to Jessica Mendoza.
Eric, in the huddle, Coach Norman Black reminded the boys to keep their wits about them 100%. He told them, be aware with this team. Their plays are long, and so you'll have to play defense for 24 seconds. You can't fall asleep on these guys. Now, TJ, since you mentioned it earlier, Coach Norman usually gives Eric Salamat a little leeway to gamble on steals, but this time I think he felt that it was a bit early in the game for that. He said, guys, don't try to take advantage of them right from the start when they're fresh. Sometimes it's better to play people straight up. Eric and PJ?
All right, thanks, Jessica, for that Samsung courtside update. Turn on tomorrow.
Good point. You know, we know Eric Salamat has been one of the best guys in terms of steals in the UAP, but there's the right place and right time to gamble and go for them, really.
0 for 2 for Cabrera from beyond the arc.
De La Cruz wants the ball badly at the post against Cabrera. Not getting it, though.
Here's Salva against Kamson. This is a good matchup. Salva just a little off.
Escueta getting frustrated today, not getting the calls, not getting the shots to fall.
Alex Nuiles has yet to get a basket in this game. Leading scorer of Adamson. Thompson also has been missing from the field today.
And I credit also the defense of Ateneo, whoever's guarding Thompson. They're pushing him out a little bit further than his comfort zone.
The junior
Look at that.
missing. 0 for 2 now from the field is Art De La Cruz Jr. as we listen to Job De Leon.
Eric, earlier in the timeout, Coach Leo told the players na nawawala ang composure nyo. And really, if you were there, you'd believe this guy because he stays calm and controlled, even if the opponent makes a run. Now, earlier, you pointed out a couple threes that Ateneo got as a result of their plays. Coach Leo acknowledged this and told the boys that they have to open up inside. No, it doesn't mean that they're going to surrender points in the paint. Rather, he wants proper spacing on defense precisely to avoid getting caught by plays like those. Lastly, he wants the team to get some points in the paint and that they can't win this game by relying on the outside jumper. Eric and TJ?
All right, thanks, Job. Samsung courtside update turn on tomorrow. A focus on Ateneo shooting from the outside. That's what Coach Leo Austria was talking about. As you look at our Enervon Steady Energy for the UAAP, have steady energy. With Enervon multivitamins, more energy, must happy replay.
Well, Ateneo is one of the better disciplined players, disciplined teams when it comes to executing their offense. And when you say that, they give a lot of screens to shooters, to guys cutting to the basket. So that's something that they have to fight. They have to fight those screens, switch if you have to, or help out if you have to, and not give Ateneo shooters wide open look. Because in the second round so far, Ateneo's really picked up. I remember the first few games, they weren't shooting as great from the outside as they were hoping to this season, but it's picked up since then.
Escueta is pulled out, and in comes Frank Golia. That's our KFC Snack Box hardcore fan of the game. Vote for your school, win 3 days of free KFC.
Very low scoring ball game so far, Eric.
That's true. Ateneo's been on a bit of a slump as well. 3-0 run here by Adamson.
Wow.
As you see, Adamson deny Salva there, but there was a foul called, I guess, on the body.
It looked good from our perspective. Of course, we're looking from at their back. Beautiful block by Adamson from behind, but may have gotten a little too much body. It looks like his upper torso did bump the back of Salva before he got all ball upstairs.
That was clear on our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow. These two guys are going at it very early today, Salva and Adamson. It's going to be a fun matchup all the way.
Well, Salva's picked up his shooting now. He started 0 for what, 5 or something? 0 for 6. Now he's 2 for 9 from the floor. Add to that 2 free throws for 6 points.
Starting front line of Ateneo, you're seeing on the bench. Adamson picks up his second personal foul. That's why he gets pulled back by Leo Austria. Cañada, one of the fastest guys on the floor.
Especially if you give him a full head of steam.
Yeah.
Pag nakabuelo na yan, ang hirap pigilin.
Even with a full court press, he got it across in 4 seconds. But 8 seconds remain now on Adamson's shot clock. Double team to Scolina. Found a way to put it up.
Wow. I was amazed that he still got it up to the rim with the double team on him.
Back on Austria against Alex Nunes. They go down to Golia. Coming down to 6 seconds, or make that 6 minutes remaining in the first half. De La Cruz has been struggling today. 0 for 3, if I'm not mistaken, from the field. Cabrera again puts it up from 3. Air ball.
Well, maybe not as hot today as he was against UE.
Monfort. In and out. Nunes. 3-on-3 break for Adamson here.
He's going to take it to him. Oh, look at lucky break for Bacan Austria there.
It seemed to be off the foot of Alex Nunes.
Nunes' eyes lit up when he saw a much lower Bacan Austria guarding him. But then again, the smart play by the son of the coach of Adamson against his team.
In transition against Ateneo. Golia for 3. Almost got it to fall.
I think both teams have been taking a little too many three-point attempts for their own good. But that's also because the defense inside has been so tight.
Halfway to go here in the second quarter. Derek Cañada to Jan Colina. Inside to Galinato.
Nice. Oh,
No.
just rimmed out.
Butterfingers for Galinato. He got the offensive board but loses it. 2-on-2 break. Salva. Travels.
Bobble the catch on the way to the basket. Unfortunately, that's a travel. Sometimes catching the ball is the most important thing if you want to score.
Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow. But especially for these guys who do this on a daily basis, live, breathe basketball, you kind of look at the basket already, kind of think of what you're going to do, even without the leather. As Lozada pulls up, misses, that's going to be off Galinato, and Ateneo ball.
Another missed 3 there. Both teams have taken 3 three-point attempts in the second quarter, none going.
Axe man of the game. Ladies just can't get enough of Anton Jose, our axe man of the game. Salamat, Long, and Buenafe back in the ball game for Ateneo. Save for Art de la Cruz Jr. This is the virtual starting 5 of the Blue Eagles. Alvarez also back, calling the shots for the Soaring Falcons. Nunes, catch and shoot. Yes! That is the first basket of Alex Nunes. Today coming off the bench for Adamson.
That's one of the best things that he can do because of how athletic he is. He can elevate so high above any defender they can put on him.
Long loses it to Alvarez. Great defense by Lester Alvarez. On the break now, Lester Alvarez misses.
Wow, unfortunately, not the best way to run a 1-on-3. Not passing it to any teammate.
De La Cruz in trouble, loses the leather to Nunes. Nunes spinning away and gets fouled by Buenafe.
Wow, talk about intensity all over the place.
Solmyuk's insta-cool play, high performance of the quarter. Solmyuk's two-tap with insta-cool cough relief. There is what TJ was talking about, the catch and shoot by the high-leaping Alex Nunes. And here's the steal, clear man precision stop made by Alvarez. Clear anti-dandruff shampoo's high precision stop of the game. Nunes fouled by Buenafe on the way to the basket, shoots two. His first trip to the free throw line. First is in for Nunes. Third year for Adamson is Alex Nunes, standing 6'2". 2 for 2 for Nunes, as Adamson is within one, 18-17 against Ateneo. 3:15 remaining in the second quarter. Salamat. Solid defense by Adamson here. Chua found a way to get it in, but stymied by the defense of Adamson. Fresh 24 here for Ateneo. Salamat dishing. Chua has been off the mark today.
And that's the best way you're going to get a basket inside, with a drive and drop, because the defense has been so tight. When one perimeter guy penetrates, the help defense is quickly there. The drop-off opportunity is there, but they gotta hit that.
Chua, third leading scorer of Ateneo, so far scoreless today. Whistle on the play as Lozada tried to push down Kirk Wong. C2 cool and clean steel, the #1 ready to drink tea made from 100% natural green tea leaves. Timeout, brought to you by Samsung. Turn on tomorrow. And this is what we've been talking about, TJ.
Yeah.
Off the air.
We heard about this, that there's there might be some controversy here that Escueta might not be wearing the correct pair of shorts. Coaching staff of Adamson alerted the officials, but the referee just gave the thumbs up sign that it's okay. Because the coaching staff of Adamson mentioned that he's lacking a patch, a particular patch. I think it's the school seal or maybe the sponsor on his shorts. Maybe it got torn off or something. But the design looks the same, so the refs gave him the go signal anyways.
Ateneo trying to go back door from Golia to Chua. Last touched by Adamson, it seems, so it will stay with Ateneo as we take a look at the disgusted coach, Norman Black. Long penetrates down the middle, loses it. Alvarez on the break against Salamat. Lester Alvarez puts it in.
Nice little hang time there by Alvarez, knowing that if he slowed down on his last step, he'd make his defender, Eric Salamat, blow by him, and he got just that and takes the lead for Adamson.
19-18. Salamat trying to take it back. Outside, Kirk Long, good ball movement by Ateneo. But Long, twice, has been stripped by Lester Alvarez.
Wow, Alvarez is just all over the place. Third steal of the ball game now for Lester Alvarez.
Salamat sticking too close to Nunes right there. Picks up a foul.
Number 11, Eric Salamat.
Take a look at our Solmyuk's Insta-Cool play. High performance of the quarter. Solmyuk's two-tap with Insta-Cool cough relief. One of the best guys underneath the basket. That's Eric Adamson. And here is our Cornetto. Fast break. Sarap ng fast break na yun. Parang Selecta Cornetto. Sarap ng 20. Adamson has outscored Ateneo 9-2 this quarter. From the outside, missing is Nunes.
Neither team has hit a three-point shot in this quarter, Eric. Both teams jacked up a lot. Adamson 0 for 5, Ateneo 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Chua finally gets his first basket of the game. Justin Chua puts Ateneo at 20 while Adamson at 19.
And that's really where Chua is much more comfortable. He's really a shooting forward stuck in the center's body. Whoops.
Errant pass by Galinato leads to Chua on the break. Finishes.
How rare is that? We used to see that the last 2 years from Ateneo. Raba Alusaini being a very quick center to get down the court with a lot of fast break layups. This year, not the case for Ateneo. Very rare you see Chua or Escueta leading the break for Ateneo.
Galinato knocks it in as Chua gambled on the steal.
That's been the theme of this first half, Eric. Errors defensively by both teams have come from their gambling on steals.
Seesaw battle for the lead here in the second quarter. Ateneo 22, Adamson 21. Long for three. Adamson with a chance to put up the last shot here and finish the half with a lead. Pull up by Alvarez is a miss.
1.6 seconds remaining.
Wow, what a low scoring ball game. Normally you'd see the score at the end of a quarter, not at the end of a half.
A player wearing a wrong uniform and who is fielded in shall be evicted from the playing venue and a technical foul shall be assessed against the bench. The opposing team shall be awarded 2 free throws plus ball possession. Okay. So yeah, it cannot be protested. No protest. It cannot be protested. So we just do that. Okay.
So he's gonna have to be evicted from the playing court. That's according to the rules as well.
Right, right.
Rookie Jumbo Escueta, as he high-fives his teammates and will be led outside the playing court. So there was a patch missing on the shorts of Escueta.
It's the patch of an eagle, actually. Their caricature of their eagle. It's been missing from the right side of his shorts. Design-wise, we can't see the difference. It looks like the right design shorts. But there was a patch missing that maybe came off because of
well, I see the eagle at the bottom.
There's one eagle at the bottom, and then there's
that.
another A at the top. If you look at the other player's shorts, let's see if our cameraman can focus on the other player's shorts. Standing on the court right now, we got
Salamat,
on the right side where his right hand ends. There should be another patch. We'll compare it to the other players right now. If we get another shot of any guy on the court right now.
Of Ateneo.
So of course the crowd has no idea what's going on. There's no announcement in the PA system yet.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, you can see Eric Salama clearly. There's another
and all the other players have that patch with about 3-4 colors above the eagle. That's the patch missing on the shorts of Escueta. So at least that clears it up for the viewers on Studio 23 and Balls HD channel 167.
Less possession to the Adamson Falcons.
So here it is to start the third quarter. It's going to be 2 free throws for Alvarez. So far, the leading scorer of Adamson, as you look at a dejected Norman Black. 7 points already for Alvarez. He has 2 free throws on the way and ball possession for the soaring Falcons. And I stress the importance of this game. I called it one of the best games of season 73 of the UAAP. That is because both of these teams, Adamson and Ateneo, at 8-3 in the standings, and both are tied at number 2.
Very crucial game indeed, Eric, because there's a possibility that these teams even tie themselves at second and third, or even a wild scenario of a triple tie at first place at 10-4. And when that happens, the quotient between the teams involved will be the one that will rank you 1, 2, and 3. Oh, it's a Philippine flag, okay? That is shaped like an A. All right. So that's what is missing from his shorts. And it doesn't look like it's a patch that's sewed on. It looks like it's a patch that's ironed on.
So that settles the discussion that we were having earlier in the first half. This actually started in the first half, this discussion about the wrong shorts of Escueta. But what's done is done. Alvarez putting up a 3 misses his first attempt here in the third quarter. Adamson, via the 2 free throws of Alvarez, is on top to start the third, 23-22. In the first meeting between these two teams in the first round, Ateneo won. And of course, Adamson trying to get it back. Colina knocks down the 3.
The first 3-pointer of the ball game.
Let's go ahead and listen in to Jessica Mendoza.
The recurring theme for the Blue Eagles at halftime, Eric, was defense, both their own and Adamson's. Coach Norman Black could not emphasize enough that the Falcons are holding their own out there, and that Ateneo cannot try and play them one-on-one. He told the boys to take their time, to be disciplined, to know who they are guarding, and to get on them. But the atmosphere was very encouraging, with coach even telling Nico Salva, you're struggling a little, but you got 6 rebounds in. Just keep pushing. He wrapped it all up by saying, it's hard to come back after a loss, but if you play good defense, your confidence will come back and you'll pull away. Let's fight like there's no tomorrow. Eric and TJ?
Thanks, Jessica. Samson courtside update. Turn on tomorrow. What you saw was a three-point shot knocked in earlier, brought to you by Mentos Rainbow, because it's better to know what's coming
And
next.
speaking of that, let me correct myself. It's the second three-pointer of Adamson for the ballgame, because Alvarez hit one late in the first half. So it's Ateneo who is still 0 from the three-point territory
That's
today.
right. Well, actually,
Salamat had one?
Salamat had one.
Yeah, he had one
first
early in the
quarter.
game. Yeah, then after that, they've been 0.
Buenafe attacking.
Ryan Buenafe.
4th point for Ryan Buenafe.
Now let's see if the loss of Escueta is going to affect the big man rotation of Coach Norman Black. He likes to normally rotate Escueta with Golia and Chua.
Adamson goes down to Nuiles. Great pass interior to Kamson. Nuiles.
And look at the hustle of Adamson there, getting that offensive rebound. It's been rare in the first half.
Let's go to Job De Leon.
Now at halftime, Coach Leo challenges players, telling them that this is a high-intensity game. This is the game that we've been waiting for, and therefore we can't hold anything back. Now he told his team that they're holding up fine defensively, but play execution on offense leaves much to be desired. Now he preached patience, told them to cut down on lazy passing, execute their plays all the way through. He said we have to stay aggressive and we have to grind this game out. Lastly, Adamson is pulling out a few plays from last season, which they're only starting to use again this season to try to derail Ateneo's advanced preparation. So be sure to watch out for that. Eric and TJ?
Thanks, Job. Samson courtside update. Turn on tomorrow. You just saw our Powerade hyper play of the quarter. Get back on defense, push the ball on offense, step up your game with Powerade, and that's Buenafe's Yakisobrang move. Brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Nissin Yakisobrang Sarap. And caught napping defensively was Adamson there as Salva goes straight to the basket in semi-transition.
He just streaked to the basket there. No defense for Adamson, checking him either going to the basket or at the basket.
Salva 30% from beyond the arc as Nuiles knocks in a 3.
Can anybody shoot that three-pointer higher in terms of elevation and release? I doubt. Not in this league.
Buenafe trying to split the defense.
They forgot to get the ball.
Yeah, Nuiles and Kamson both forgot to get the ball, but Stinet comes away with it. Stinet out of Guam attacks and is fouled on the way by Salva.
Ateneo is complaining that there's no foul called on Kamson or on Colina, who dropped to the floor and tripped, as you saw that replay of Salva's drive.
Alaksan FR Arayco galing ko, shot of the game. Alaksan FR Arayco galing ko. Salva was fouled on that sequence. Stinet misses on the first. Take a look at our Samsung instant replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow.
Both guys said, hey, who's going to get the ball? We kind of forgot about it. Lucky break there for Colina, not getting called for the foul.
Three-point shooting, horrible for both teams, actually.
Yep.
Adamson is 3 out of 15, while Ateneo is 1 out of 7. Stinet 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
And that's something that Ateneo is not going to be happy with, because they shoot the three-point range quite well at 28% for this season.
So far, it's just been Salamat who's been shooting well from beyond the arc. At least he has one.
Right.
1 second to shoot. Salva barely grazing iron there, and a good pickup by Buenafe.
Lucky break there, beating the shot clock with a prayer. It is going to count as another missed three-point shot, but then again, at least you get 2 points off the rebound from Ryan Buenafe.
Ateneo is within 2. Kamson looking to change that. Eric Kamson, fade away, no. Salamat almost stripped by Alvarez. Long open look off the glass, no.
Good job by Adamson to get down on transition defense there.
Long bothering Nuiles, who slips on the floor. Kamson from way outside. Kamson trying to test his range farther and farther away today. So far to no avail. Golia's double teamed. Buenafe open look for 3, no. Golia.
Oh.
Denied. Tries
Oh,
again.
again.
Denied one more time. Great defense by Adamson.
And Stinet's gonna get called for the foul here, or the last touch. Looks like a foul.
Here's our Solmiuk's Insta-Cool play high performance of the quarter. Solmiuk's two-time with Insta-Cool comp relief. That shot by Buenafe on the miss from beyond the arc by Salva. Timeout. Brought to you by Samsung. Turn on tomorrow. Fans of both teams have come out in full support here at the Araneta Coliseum. Adamson fans have plenty to be happy about. Soaring Falcons seem poised to make it to the Final Four for the second time in their history. First time was in 2006.
You know, that's the area where Ateneo normally is hot, getting their points from that elbow area. They have big men hitting those mid-range shots, but today they have not been that hot from that mid-range and elbow range.
Poor field goal shooting for both teams is the culprit behind this low-scoring game. Alvarez attacking the trees of Ateneo as Buenafe gets knocked down by Adamson.
Adamson himself not having a great game. He's only 1 for 6 3-points so far and picks up a foul here.
But Adamson very aggressive defensively here. Rexona men shot block, a couple of them. Coming from Adamson. New Rexona men unbeatable defense against Sweat. Four and change remaining in the third quarter. Salamat breaks away from his defender, denied again by Adamson.
And
Looked
that's
clean
big.
from up top.
That's big, Eric. I was about to say Adamson earlier picked up his third. Now this is his fourth foul.
Take a look at it on our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung Turn On Tomorrow. That looked
Tight
clean.
call. Tight call there. He may have gotten a little bit of the right forearm before he got contact with the ball.
So Adamson has to sit. That takes away from the defensive versatility of Adamson as Galinato checks back in his place. Salamat, the first trickles in. Eric Salamat put up 4 points in the first quarter, was scoreless in the second, and he has 5 now.
Kamot ulo na lang si Coach Leo Ostra here. He's telling Adamson, didn't you know you had 3 fouls? Just put your hands up in that last play. Now he picks up his fourth and it screws up his big man rotation.
But that's tough for an aggressive player like Adamson. 4 minutes remaining in the third, and you're already just sitting still or standing still, especially in defensive sequences for your team, right?
Yep.
Colina pulls up. That's short. Second deadlock of the game at 31 all.
Now you've got some usual suspects not doing so well so far for both teams. Colina also one of those guys, only 1 out of 3 today.
Salamat on Alvarez. Went inside the tough defense of Adamson.
There's no such thing.
Buenafe.
I was about to say, hey, there's no such thing as 3 seconds there, huh? In that last play, you saw Salamat
right.
patiently back down his man, enter the paint, bubble, have time to pass to Buenafe, and he gets the time to shoot. No 3-second call.
Ateneo getting the breaks of the game here as Nuiles pulls up. That's off Galinato. As you take a look at our Greenwich Bigatin of the ball game. Para new Greenwich Bigatin pizzas, Hanet Bigatin.
Well, maybe the refs were declaring that play as a possession change when Adamson had some hands on the ball. Who knows?
But possession has to be
Clear.
clear.
Yeah, I know.
Buenafe operating. Good box out by Galinato on Justin Chua.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that does not
illegal
count.
screen.
Illegal pick set up by Galinato there.
One ref called in legal screen. I saw another ref raise his hand. It looked like he was going to call a different call. But yeah, clearly he made contact as he was landing. He kind of hopped into Eric Salamat.
That's all clearly seen thanks to our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung Turn On Tomorrow. Adamson crowd not liking the call and letting the officials know about it here at the Big Dome. Ateneo with a 2-point advantage. Justin Chua at the right place at the right time. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Salamat. Salva bobbling it a little bit. Gets the ball to trickle in.
And I can look at the bench right now. Ateneo team manager Paulo Trillo pointing to Nico Salva as he's happy for the kid who's waking up from his slump. Remember, he's only been averaging 4 points a ball game this whole second round.
Alvarez pulls up for a three and takes the one taken away from him last time.
Well, sabi niya, I deserved that one earlier. Don't take it away from me.
After Galinato committed an offensive foul. Adamson within one. But Buenafe has been wreaking havoc inside the paint.
Well, it's
for
about
Ateneo.
time. It's about time he's going to get that shot to go, because execution-wise, he's been getting position. He's been getting the moves to get to the mouth of the basket. Finally gets that to go.
10 points for Buenafe. 8 scored in the third quarter. Galinato met by Chua. 4 seconds to shoot. Colina has to put it up. Nine rebounds already for Ryan Buenafe.
They go back to Buenafe at the post.
Cabrera not the best defender to take on Buenafe, but the double team came. Good help by Galinato, who commits. There's somebody who committed
that's
committed
going
a foul.
to be Galinato. He should have just held his hands close to his chest, which is what he was initially doing as he was trying to take the charge from Long. But as Long made contact, he then extended his hand and got called for the foul.
Hey, that's Kiefer Ravenna of the Blue Eaglets. Appleton Healthy Body to Increase Body Mass winner.
Watch out for him next year in the UAP. Where he goes, we don't know yet for sure.
That's a big question mark.
We don't know yet for sure. We've even heard some wild rumors of not even staying in the Philippines. Who knows?
Watch TJ's Twitter account for more details.
We'll try to verify that.
Whistle on the play here as Montfort goes down. Foul's going to be on him, actually. Buenafe gets a round of applause from the half of the Arenado Coliseum. Jack and Jill Fantastic Moments brought to you by Jack and Jill Snacks. Life's fun. For Adamson fans, most especially, their team poised to make it to the Final Four for the second time in their history.
But what they want badly is a top 2 spot, Eric.
Oh, definitely, of course, with a twice-to-beat advantage.
They want it badly.
And they're in good position to take it. They are tied with Ateneo at the number 2 spot in the standings right now at 8-3, just below FEU. Salva dishes out. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Montfort asking for the Salva screen. There is a foul on Colina.
Refs being very tight with the contact here. On screens, on help defense, on pick and rolls. They're calling them.
Take a look at it here on our Samsung Instant Replay Samsung Turn On tomorrow. Second personal foul on the big man, John Colina, as Cañada checks in for Alvarez. Coach Norman Black losing rookie Jumbo Escueta in the third quarter after he was evicted from the playing court because of wrong shorts.
Yep.
That's the first of that kind of offense
I can't remember,
committed this season, right?
Well, yeah, this season for sure, but I can't remember last time it happened in the UAP.
Mañara will come in for Cabrera, who has really been miserable from the field today after putting 13 points in their game against UP. Mañara looking for Nuiles. Long is all over Alex Nuiles, but Nuiles trying to go baseline, kicks it out. Lozada can't knock in the three, and Ateneo will have a chance for the last shot in the third quarter.
Lozada 0 for 3 from beyond the arc today. He's actually their best three-point shooter in terms of percentage.
6 on the game clock. Kirk Long sidestepping inside. Chua has been missing horribly today from inside the paint, and his frustration is showing at the end of the third quarter. But this is the biggest lead so far for Ateneo.
It is. Not as big as most other games, but this is the best breathing room they can hope for now. For Ateneo, they scored 19 points as compared to 13 for Adamson. That's why they're up by 7 here. Not for long. As Nuiles drills a three-pointer.
10 points for Alex Nuiles, second player in double digits for Adamson. Lester Alvarez has 14 for the Soaring Falcons. Lozada, who only has 4 points today, is one of the best indicators of the performance of Adamson. When he is scoring below 4 points or 8 points, Adamson is 0-3.
Got a man down for Ateneo. Frank Golia holding on to his left knee. Does not look good. And on the other side, back on Austria.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Seems to be
shaking it off though.
A sprain, yeah, but he's okay. But Golia seems to be in absolute pain. He is squirming on the game floor.
Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
Well, let's take a look at it on our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung turned on tomorrow.
Golia's cutting to the lane right there. He's got coming to the ball.
He kind of slid.
No contact. Yeah, he tripped and he bent it. It could be, I don't know, I'm not a doctor or PT, but yeah, maybe a hyperextension because it didn't seem like there was a twist, right? Didn't seem like there was a twist, but we're all hoping for the best. We don't want any player going down with any serious injuries.
That he can't get off the playing court on his own accord. So that seems to be a major injury, at least for now, for Frank Golia, and he still is in pain. 19 minutes he's played, has not scored, 0 for 3 from the field with 6 rebounds. 3-point shot by Nuiles, brought to you by Mentos Rainbow, because it's better to know what's coming next. So an already depleted front line of Ateneo is furthermore depleted.
Exactly. Second big man down, Jumbo Escueta, if he just joined us, had to be ejected from the game for wearing the wrong shorts. Not consistent with the design of his teammates, and now Golia.
Let's go over and listen in to Job De Leon.
Eric, in a tight game like this, Adamson is going to take any breaks he can to secure a win. Coach Lea told the boys, one example is to sprint back on defense, because it's an imperative that we can't give Ateneo any more easy baskets. Now, you touched earlier on the issue of injuries. We have someone here in the Falcon bench who's not playing at 100%. Julius Colina took a knee to his head earlier. Team doctor said he's going to feel a little woozy as the game goes on, but he's cleared to play. Now, lastly, Coach Lea told the team that the game is played on 2 levels. Physically, he said we can match up with any team out there. But mentally, he says we've got to toughen up and get it through our heads that we can pull out this afternoon with a win. Eric and TJ?
Thank you, Job. Samsung Courtside Update. Turn on tomorrow. Indeed, you know, you play this game in 2 levels, physically and mentally.
Exactly, and they're doing the right thing right now, attacking the paint. You only have 2 big men left for Ateneo, Justin Chua and Nico Salva, and that's it. I mean, if not, they're going to have to dig deeper in their bench, probably get Joseph Eram some playing time, but he hasn't played today.
And you saw that move by Nuiles on our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow. Kirk Long, Buenafe, starters for Ateneo on the bench today. Long with 8 points, Buenafe with 10. 4 for 4 for Nuiles as you look at Frank Golia icing that knee. Hope for the best for Frank Golia, of course. Adamson within 2 here, 41-39. Montfort against Cañada. Chua from the outside. Only 4 points for Justin Chua, scored in the second quarter. They get the ball back though, but Cañada playing the passing lanes takes it away. Jerry Cañada. There is a foul that's going to be on Chua as Cañada fell hard on the floor.
He took a bump in midair, and he's much lighter, of course, compared to Chua. I didn't see if he hit anything going down. We'll catch that on the replays here.
Seems to be shaken up as you take a look at our Clear Men's Precision Stop. Clear Anti-Dandruff Shampoo's high precision stop of the game. Let's see how it ends here for
the bump. It's not it's a clean, just a basic foul, not an unsportsmanlike foul. But it's just that, you know, Justin's a bigger, heftier guy. And when you got a lighter, smaller guy in the air, that lighter, smaller guy will, you know, go in the wrong direction.
I like the way you used physics to try and explain that, but in layman's terms, DJ.
Tumalsik yung mas maliit eh. Diba? That's how basic it is. Sabay tumalon into each other, tatalsik yung mas maliit. But he's shaking it off. But he's going to go to the bench, and that's a good option for Coach Lea Austria. Let's see where he fell.
Yeah, that was a hard ball.
A bad spill, and maybe hurt his hip or his...
So it's Alvarez to shoot the free throws for Cañada.
And I was about to say lucky break for Adamson of all the people to come in the game to take the free throw
throws.
shooter is their leading scorer, but then again, he misses the first one.
Best here for Adamson is to come within one, and that's what they do. 41-40. Ateneo still on top by the slimmest of margins. 2+ minutes elapsed already in the fourth quarter. Lozada picking up Buenafe. Here's Long against Alvarez. Kirk Long spinning away. That's a little off.
No baskets yet for Ateneo in the fourth quarter.
Soaring Falcons with a chance to grab the lead here. Adamson looking for their first win against Ateneo since 1997. That's how long the drought has been. Nuiles pulls up off the back iron. Here comes Ateneo.
So far, the Eagles are 0 out of 4 with 2 turnovers here in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes gone by.
Buenafe pulls up. He has 10 already. Misses.
Now remember, this has been a weird weekend. We've seen some major teams collapse
Upsets.
and collapse in the fourth quarter. In particular, the Tamaraos yesterday only had 9 points in that fourth quarter.
Let's go ahead and listen in to Jessica Mendoza.
Let me tell you, Eric, the last couple of huddles have been very tense. The team tried to keep tempers cool as both the game and the crowd heats up, but Coach Norman Black managed to get his message through. He continued insisting that the Blue Eagles push harder on offense. You cannot stop, make sure you're in position, and find the open man, get in that lane. Coach also went back to what he told the boys much earlier in the game, saying, this is your team, you're not the strongest, but if you play as a team, you can win this. As for Frank Goli, I was told by the PTs that his left knee has a contusion. Not much more than that. Eric and TJ?
All right, thanks, Jessica. Samson courtside update turn on tomorrow.
So it's not even hyperextension. He just banged it on the court. So that's similar to what Eric Salamat had early in the season, where he kept banging knees with other players. Knee contusion.
Speaking of banging knees, there's one right there. Well, that's a trip by Mañara. Samsung instant replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow. And it was assist and a sportsmanlike foul, right?
You cannot do that, even though you're going to intentionally foul a guy to try and stop him from going to the basket. You can't use your feet. Your knees, pwede pa, your thighs, but not your feet. That's going to be called the technical foul, which is what's the case. 2 free throws, ball possession, so that helps Ateneo get on the board here in the fourth quarter. But only 1 out of 2 for Salamat.
And only a 2-point lead for Ateneo. KFC Snack Box hardcore fan of the game. Vote for your school. Win 3 days of free KFC. An extra possession here for Ateneo on the technical foul or sportsmanlike foul called on Mañara.
Interesting defense here by Adamson. Looks like a 1-3-1 zone.
Buenafe almost lost it. Completely does.
And that should be a violation on Buenafe using his feet as well to try and get the ball away from Mañara.
Take a look at it again on our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow. One of the most anticipated rookies of 3 years back, Ryan Buenafe, has had a great career with Ateneo so far. Nuiles attacks.
Wow,
yes.
look at that. Athleticism, upper body strength, tying the ball game at 42.
14 points for Alex Nuiles, the leading scorer of Adamson. Chua, only 4 points scored in the second quarter. Skips pass across court.
And still no field goal for Ateneo here in the fourth quarter. Almost 5 minutes gone by.
Adamson looking to take the lead here. Mañara bottled up and is fouled.
Got a beautiful drop pass, although he was in awkward scoring position. Smart move. Just fake the defense, fish the foul.
Yakisobrang move brought to you by Nissin Yakisoba. Nissin Yakisobrang sarap. 4 out of 9 from the field is Alex Nuiles.
Did you see that play wherein he jumped and the 2 Ateneo defenders jumped and the 2 Ateneo defenders were going down and he was still going higher. He was still going higher.
42 all with 5:29 remaining in the fourth. The back-to-back defending champions held without a field goal in the fourth quarter. And that has caused Adamson to tie it up at 42 all. Mañara to retake the lead for the Soaring Falcons. Misses on the first. The last lead of Adamson was at 31-29 at the 4:32 mark of the third quarter.
Mañara has yet to score today. He's 0 for 2 from the field. does average only 3 points a ball game. Makes his first makes his second free throw there for his first point.
And that's
the lead.
Adamson, yeah, getting the lead from Ateneo, 43-42. Adamson crowd here at the other half of the Big Dome, just going wild.
And a foul here on Mañara for reaching in there. He thought he got away with it, and he thought the foul was going to be on Buenafe. Not the case.
Second foul on the big man, Mañara. Take a look at it here on our Samsung Instant Replay. Samsung turn on tomorrow. Ateneo wants Buenafe on the post. He's been the hot hand in the second half.
Good
Skip
double
pass.
team.
Great ball movement. Salva puts up a long one. Great box out by Adamson here.
That's the best you can get. That's the best you can get if you're Ateneo. You post up your main option. He gets double teamed. You do the skip pass and then extra pass. Wide open look for Nico Salva. Oh, look out. Oh, look out.
Eye in the sky play for Alvarez as he finds Lozada.
Defense.
Scores his 6th point of the game.
Defense caught napping there for the Eagles.
Long, open look, that's a 2. Yes.
First field goal for Ateneo after almost 6 minutes in the fourth quarter.
1 point advantage for the soaring Falcons.
And take note, we mentioned it, I think, at the start of the coverage. Norman Black has never lost back-to-back in the UAP.
Oh, that's right. But on the other hand, Leo Austria has never won against Ateneo.
Yep, for the last
13 years.
13 years of Adamson, and in his whole coaching career with the Falcons.
Big three, knocked down by Lester Alvarez. Chua, long one. Chua can't buy a basket today. Salva gets the offensive board, falls down. Great job underneath the basket by Buenafe. That's where he's been making his living here in the second half.
Exactly. I mean, he's not the biggest leaper. He's not the hardest worker in terms of boxing out. He's been at the right place at the right time.
12 points for Buenafe, and just a 2-point advantage for Adamson. Molina losing the leather on the way. Salamat. Great pass, and Buenafe with a finish. We're tied at 48 all. Buenafe with 14 big points. Leo Austria needs to call a timeout. Unilab quality moment of the game. Trusted quality healthcare. The alley-oop from Alvarez to Janus Lozada.
Ryan Buenafe caught cheating on defense there, expecting Lozada to go around the screen to the other side, but Lozada decided to just stay put, wide open under the basket.
But Buenafe today with season-high numbers, 14 points and 12 rebounds.
12 rebounds, can you imagine that?
Ateneo almost taking it away from Adamson. We're tied at 48 all. Alvarez putting it up, gets fouled.
Smart move there by Alvarez, fishing the foul on Ryan Buenafe. Veteran move there by the 4th-year player, Coach Leo Austria.
Buenafe playing in his 3rd season for Ateneo. Picks up his 3rd personal foul. Alvarez struggled at the line, or is struggling at the line today. Three for 5 at the line. Make that 4 for 6 for Alvarez, who has 18 points today so far. Under 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. To the weak side, Montfort open all day. Yes!
Another great patience there and ball rotation by Ateneo, finding the open man. They've been doing that, but they just haven't been hitting the shot. Finally, they do.
First 3-point field goal made by Ateneo in the second half. Montfort puts Ateneo on top by 2. Ateneo crowd, actually both crowds standing up here as Alvarez knocks in a 3. That's his 4th triple of the game.
Wow. What a performance by the little guy for Adamson.
21 points for Alvarez. Montfort. Adamson on top by 1, 52-51. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Salva putting it up and gets fouled.
Wow, lucky break there. Lucky break. He could have kicked out to one for an open in the corner.
Clear man precision stop as Ateneo took it away from Colina. Clear anti-dandruff shampoo's high precision stop of the game, leading to our Cornetto fast break. Sarap ng fast break na yun ah. Parang select the Cornetto, sarap ng 20. Great two-man play by
Salva.
Eric Salamat and Ryan Buenafe. That's our Powerade hyper play of the quarter. Get back on defense, push the ball on offense, step up your game with Powerade. Salva missing the first of 2. Salva 11 points, has yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Salva picking himself up after being scoreless against UE, TJ.
Missing 2 crucial free
Yeah,
throws
but
here.
missing 2 crucial ones.
Ouch.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by PS Bank. Sobrang bilis na may prime rebate pa. PS Bank home loan. Adamson can pad up that 1-point advantage.
Up, Kurt Long was out of bounds, but hustle play there. Another risky play though, trying to go for the steal. If he didn't get a hand on the ball, Nunes would have been gone. Look at that. It was a wide open field there for Nunes to operate, but Long missed it.
Credit Long, he was out of bounds. He knew he was out of bounds, but he was still trying to get possession.
At least it still stopped the play.
Alvarez looking aggressive, sidestepping against the defense. Can't draw iron. Ateneo looking to retake the lead here. Buenafe. Frank Golia is back in the ballgame for Ateneo, by the way. Salva.
Oh, what a
shot by Salva.
One shot. Hook shot off the wrong foot. Nonetheless, 2 points is 2 points.
And now Ateneo on top by 1, 53-52. Ateneo crowd's familiar get that ball chant ringing inside the big dome here. Nuiles, catch and shoot. Long shot, long rebound, a good break here for Adamson.
Eric, this is the crunch time we were talking about with Job De Leon earlier. Who will be the leader for Adamson and step up?
Colina, second possession here for Adamson as they hustle to get the loose ball, and Long picks up a foul.
And they are in the penalty, so not a good foul there for Ateneo.
PS Bank strong power move. Sobrang bilis na, may prime rebate pa. PS Bank home loan.
That looked like Ramon Fernandez 20 years ago in that at the Coliseum.
The El Presidente.
I don't know if Nico Salva knows who he is.
Shooting to Jan Colina.
Pressure pack free throws here for Colina, who only has 1 field goal, a 3-point shot in the third quarter.
Oh, missing that one. And this is Colina's second trip to the free throw line. Earlier, he was 0 for 2.
Eric Salamat with 7 points in the game. Now Colina, best he can hope for is to tie it with the last free throw. Can't even get to do that.
We had a double lane violation and
at the center circle.
one of the rules here in the UAP, if it happens in the last 2 minutes of the ball game,
Jump it up.
that's the only time we actually see a jump ball aside from the opening tip of the ball game. This is crucial here. A big possession.
It's Salva and Kamson? No.
Anybody can jump. Anybody can
Nunes
jump.
wants to jump it up.
I don't know why the refs are calling who has a jump. Does it involve, I guess apparently they're saying it involves the 2 guys who broke the lane violation or who made the lane violation.
Kamson and Salva in the middle. Long let it go as it was last touched by
Colina.
Adamson.
Yep, looked like Colina to try to get a hand on that.
Defensive instructions being shouted out by Leo Austria. Under a minute remaining in this game. Can't get any tighter than this. Ateneo just up by 1. Buenafe picked up by Lozada. Buenafe almost traveled. Long. Nowhere to go. Longest trip by Kamson. Great defensive play by Eric Kamson.
Smart play by Kamson, not to force the fast break on his own, looking for his point guard.
Adamson wants Nuiles against Long. Alex Nuiles.
Oh, they're going to call a tight one.
Foul.
They're going to call a tight call here. Tough to call that.
Yeah.
With Long
Moving as well.
He's sliding defensively. Nuiles did lower his shoulder a bit. Was it too much though for the rest to deem it an offensive foul? Take a look at this again. clearly Long did not get position. He was sliding, but there was that shoulder bump by Nuiles. Those are the tight calls to call. And sometimes referees may hesitate to call that in the end game.
Ateneo can hold on here because that we don't have 24 seconds left. Only 13 actually, and there's a quick foul. Yeah, committed by Adamson.
What's the foul there? It's going to test
Here
1 foot on the line.
5 fouls.
Thompson fouls out of the game. First casualty for Adamson. Two for two is Montfort at the line so far today. 71% free throw shooter. Even if he does make both, Adamson still has a chance to send it into overtime.
They still have a timeout too. So they can even just go for a quick 2 since they still have 1 timeout left.
For Eman Montfort.
Mañara is sent in, of course, for rebounding purposes by Adamson. Montfort first is in. Coach Austria has never won in his UAAP career against Ateneo. Montfort 2 for 2, and that's a 3-point lead for the back-to-back defending champions. And Coach Leo Austria calls a timeout.
Quite a long time. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the years of Marlo Aquino, EJ File, and Kenneth Duremdes.
That's right.
And Adamson.
Classic. But Ateneo definitely not out of the woods yet. Adamson has been shooting well from beyond the arc, 28%.
Yep.
From downtown
They
today.
picked it up. 4 of those 3-pointers have come from Nestor Alvarez. 2 from Alex Nuiles. They're both on the floor right now. They also have Reuter, I do not hesitate, Cabrera on the floor. Same with Stinet. And their best 3-point shooter in terms of percentages, you got
Janus
Lozada. So all 5 can shoot a 3-pointer here on the floor for Adamson.
And there's still plenty of time remaining on the clock.
So is that a sign that they're going to go for the 3 rather than the quick 2, even though there is 13 seconds to go?
Well, according to Coach Leo Austria, I was listening to part of the huddle. If there's a quick 2, take it. But if there's a 3, take it as well. So let's see what happens here.
Lucky seconds to go.
Stinet to trigger the ball into play here. Alvarez, one of the best 3-pointers of Adamson, puts it up. Lester Alvarez banks it off the glass.
And a big rebound by the smallest guy on the floor, Eman Montfort, getting the second bounce off the hands of some big men from Adamson.
And these are going to be insurance free throws now for Eman Montfort.
You know, looking back at that play, maybe it was a little too early for Alvarez to force that shot. It was not a good look. He had Montfort all over him. Good defense by Montfort, the best you could play against that guy. Uh-oh. Montfort missing the free throw. No timeouts though for Adamson, whether he makes this or not.
But there's still some time on the clock for Adamson to actually work with, 4.9. So if he misses the second, it's going to open a whole new can of worms.
They can run it up and go for a 3. Yep, they'll still have enough time to run it all the way up to go for a 3.
Oh, misses the second. Cabrera. Let's see what he does.
Throws it out of bounds.
Throws it out of bounds.
Oh my goodness.
Poor decision by Reuter Cabrera.
He didn't know there was a teammate there, so I think he was trying to throw it to the basket. Maybe that's what was on his mind.
Very risky. That was very risky. If that was on his mind, that was risky.
Yep, it looked like that was on his mind, to throw it to the basket, hoping for a long shot.
So whatever the case may be, whatever the thoughts were inside Reuter Cabrera's head, it didn't go the way of Adamson again as they drop yet another game against Ateneo. One in many line of games that they have lost against the Blue